Hi, and welcome back. Today I will be reading from chapter 23. It's Isra, and the year is 2010, the month May. We'll start in Chiang Mai, Thailand, and then we will travel to Cambodia. Last chapter, because I've only read an excerpt, one of the pieces that was missing that I'll fill you in today is that Gordon really wanted to celebrate having his violet haired girl out of prison, so he's taking her on a trip to Cambodia. And that is where we'll pick up from. But before I start, I'll just kind of share a little bit here. I love to travel. It is my passion. I am my most happy when I've got my backpack on my back exploring a new country. And this passion, there's a very fine line sometimes between writer and character. And I slip over the line quite often when it comes to my passion for travel. And you'll see I've done that today in the reading. This is right out of my experiences. When I was going to Egypt, Egypt was always on my bucket list. And on the itinerary, the very first stop was the pyramids. And I was so disappointed because I thought, that's what I've always wanted to see, and that'll be done the first day. Then what? Well, little did I know that Egypt has so many incredible offerings. Every day was a gift. And that's what I've put in here. Before we went to Cambodia, Gordon and I spent countless hours researching Angkor Wat. Every night while lying in bed, Gordon would excitedly read to me about the sacred temples and the surrounding area. Our conversations always started with the phrase, "Did you know?" And then he would impart some factual information. Last night began as it typically did, with Gordon saying, "Did you know Angkor Wat is the largest religious monument in the world, as well as a masterpiece of Khmer architecture?" To which I replied, "No, I didn't. It was built in the first half of the 12th century." "I didn't know that either," I told Gordon. Nor did I. Gordon's attention went back to his reading, and within seconds he was reading a passage aloud. "Oh my goodness, Isra, listen to this. The entire structure is over a kilometer in size and is surrounded by a 200-meter wide moat." I didn't realize it was that large. Nor did I. Gordon persisted, sounding amazed. I smiled. By the time we departed, I was looking forward to the trip just as much as Gordon. I had never been out of Thailand before, and I looked upon the whole experience as an adventure. It was dark when we arrived in Siem Reap, so we could not appreciate the foreign world we'd flown into. But I knew it was going to be good, and it was. It was beyond anything we had envisioned. In a country of extremes, Gordon and I frequented spots that the wealthy did. We dined in restored French colonial buildings, sat in comfortable wicker chairs, and sipped well-iced beverages while all around us amputees loitered with forlorn faces and hands held toward us. But our time in Cambodia was also a constant inner battle that threatened to drain the pleasure of being there. There was the never-ending guilt associated with being well-fed, only to be momentarily forgotten when standing before glorious examples of Khmer architecture or conversing with the locals. And this was very much how I felt while going through there. On our first day, Gordon could not wait. We went straight to Angkor Wat. I did not want to go there first. I wanted to save the best for last. "If we go to Angkor right away, there won't be anything to look forward to," I whined to Gordon. I thought that too when I went to Egypt. My wife and I had booked the most fabulous tour, and on the very first day to see the pyramids, Alice on the bus said to me, How could we top any other attraction than the pyramids? We are going to Egypt for 9 days, and if we saw them first, everything else would be a disappointment. But we were wrong, Isra. Day after day, we were exposed to different sights and experiences the country had to offer. Valley of the Kings, Abu Simbel, and we were never disappointed. Every day was a new gift. I hated to be wrong, but Gordon was right. Every morning, I could hardly wait to begin the day. To view Anchor and the surrounding areas, we had hired a driver, a charming Cambodian man with a smile that never left his face. He loved his job and took tremendous pride in showing us what he liked to refer to as his country's finest tourist attraction. Our guide's name was Adam, and according to Gordon, that doesn't sound very Cambodian. It's not, Adam replied, smiling, but it's easier than my Cambodian name. What is your Cambodian name? I inquired. Adam's smile was contagious. Chan. I'll just let that sink in for a little bit. So Gordon and Isra spent the day traveling around with Chan. Waiting to make the most of our last day, Gordon and I decided not to return to the hotel for a midday break. Rather, we would enjoy lunch alongside the temples. Chan informed us he knew of the perfect luncheon spot. My family's restaurant, he said to us, by the Bayan. So I'll let that sink in too. Tomorrow, we will be heading to Arani. And of course, we know where Arani's restaurant is. Thank you for listening, and be sure to subscribe to my channel.